All right, guys, what's going on? New bike. Got the MT-07 2020. Used, of course. I'm not gonna buy a new bike yet. Well, I thought about it, but I thought hard about it. I was just gonna jump into an MT-09 new, but I feel like it was way too much money for me to put on a bike without having that much experience. So here I am, MT-07 2020. This one has full Yoshimura exhaust, a couple other mods too. Maybe I'll make a video about it later. But when I went to pick up this bike 2 days ago, I was going to record a video of my first impressions. Excuse me, because I was gonna, well, I had to ride it back for over an hour on the freeway, so I was gonna make a video with my first impressions on that. And I'll tell you, that did not go well. It was so hot that my camera mount melted, so it melted off the helmet. So this time I JB welded it, and hopefully it'll stick. So we'll see how that goes. But anyway, that did not go well, but the bike actually went pretty well. On the freeway, the bike was very stable. The only issue that I had was really with just the wind. It was just the wind hitting me on the chest. It was super hard, and so whenever I went past 70 miles per hour, it got uncomfortable because it was hot, but it was also a windy day. But it's not that the bike has any trouble going those speeds. I mean, I put 104 on the freeway on a straight line, of course, just to test it. But I was doing 80, and then I just hit the gas for a little bit, and I was doing over 100. So yeah, the bike has plenty of power. Like right now, I'm doing third gear, and if I hit the gas, it'll just go. So comparing to my Yamaha boat, huge difference, of course, as you can imagine. This bike is extremely lightweight. It is just crazy light compared to the boat. The power at low speeds is it's a lot more jerky because it has so much torque. This bike is not low speeds friendly. It just wants to rev. It kind of feels like the bike is asking you to just hit the gas and go and not be driving that slow. So I gotta get used to that. That kind of makes it hard for me to do rev matching when downshifting, and also because I'm scared of like trying to do a rev match and then just hit the gas too hard and the bike thoroughly just leave me behind. So rev matching is not that easy. Upshifting, it's the same thing. If I upshift, well, so far at least I haven't ridden the motorcycle after the day that I bought it, and that day I only rode it on the freeway. So upshifting, I still gotta get used to the speeds for each gear, because so doing sorry if you guys see me getting quiet, it's because I'm concentrating. So whenever I'm upshifting, the engine braking is so hard that if I don't get to the right rev range, the engine brake just hits really hard, so it gets kind of jerky. So that's kind of tough to get used to. But I mean, it's also my first day really riding the bike on the inside roads. Because 2 days ago when I bought the bike, I only took it to the freeway, took off, and pretty much on the freeway you're just doing 5th and 6th gear. So I'm sure I'll get used to that. But so far I'm liking the bike. It's lightweight, super easy to turn, way easier than the Yamaha boat, way easier to make U-turns. Do I think I would have started on this bike instead of the Yamaha boat? Probably not. I think taking the boat as a beginner bike was a good idea, because the boat was easier for me to reach the floor, so that made me feel more comfortable on the bike. And that made me feel like way more like I had more control. Oh my god, I can't see anything when there's a shade and the sun on my face. So it felt like I had more control of the bike. And starting on the boat, because it's so much heavier, it makes this bike feel lightweight now. And I remember when I had a Yamaha R3 for a little bit, I put less than 500 miles on that bike. I felt like that bike was heavy, and that bike is lighter than this one. So, but now after getting used to the boat, I feel like this bike is a lot more. It's so much lighter than the boat. It's so much easier to move around and just make U-turns and ride. I'm still a little bit scared of tipping it on the turns, because I'm not 100% used to the gears and how the bike runs, how it rides. But so far I'm really enjoying the bike. It's an awesome motorcycle. Yeah, but there's more to come, guys. This is for sure not going to be my last bike. You guys already know my goal is to have an MT-09. So, but I'll probably keep this bike for longer than I kept the boat. Boat, I bought it with the intention of trying a cruiser and getting used to shifting gears and, you know, just turning and all of that basic stuff. And I kept the boat for about a month, maybe more, or actually more, probably around 2 months. Put over 1,000 miles on it, felt comfortable enough to go ahead and get this bike. I almost bought the MT-09 brand new, because it has a lot of technology to be tamed, but I didn't want to put that much money into a bike not having that much experience. And I'm actually pretty happy that I didn't, because I feel like this bike has a crazy amount of power. I'm sure I'll get used to it. And I feel like it's going to be the same whenever I jump to an MT-09 from this bike. So it'll be cool, because then it's going to be a new experience too. So that's pretty much it, guys. My first thoughts so far: loving the bike. I like how it rides. I'm a little bit scared of it still. I think that's a good thing. But suspension. I don't know if I mentioned this already, but the suspension actually feels softer on this bike than on the Yamaha boat. I think because the boat is lower to the ground, whenever you go over any little bump, you can feel it really hard. This one, it's not that bad. I know people say that this is not the most comfortable bike and that doesn't have the best suspension ever. It's kind of hard, but I mean, for a sports bike, it feels pretty comfortable. So far, so good. Hope you guys liked the video. Leave a like. I'll just stay quiet now, enjoy the ride, focus, try to learn more about the bike, about how to ride the bike, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace. slowing down way too much before the turns because I'm kind of scared of going in faster. So I end up slowing way more than I should. But it was the same with the Yamaha boat. I prefer to ride safe. Till I get used to the bike, then I'll try to lean a little bit more and you know, check this out. Okay, hold on. Look at this, 43 miles. Holy shit. So much power. Oh my god. Fourth gear, didn't even change gears. Went from 40 to 80. Super quick.